Hey, baby! And welcome back, everybody. Welcome back here to Resident Rise 3. And today, guys, check it out right below me. I've got 10 of these ultimate hybrid solar panels. I definitely was able to make up to 10 so far, and I'm going to continue making more and more of these, but I need to show you a few adjustments I made thanks to some helpful comments in the comments section, of course. Daniel, the guy who knows everything, suggested that I put these ultimate energy cubes as the connector to siphon all of the energy out of these, because he said, and I do agree with him, because when I clicked these open, it was storing energy in here, which means all of it wasn't being output into the Tesseract, which is then going into the energy orb over there. But these will actually pull the EU out of it, and it looks like it's empty there, but only because it is generating 512 EU per tick, each one of these, and those are getting put into here, and it is immediately being thrust into the energy orb, the draconic energy ball over here. And we are currently up to 268 billion RF. Our main goal is to actually max this out. I would love to actually fill this thing up, and I fully intend on doing it. These solar panels are going to be a wonderful addition to this, and I do believe, after I did my math, that each bud of these, every 5 of these, you know, I'm going to consider this little 5 solar panel formation a bud. Each bud makes about 10,000 RF per tick, and I've got 2 of them now. So that would be about 20,000 RF per tick. Now that is only during the daytime, of course. At nighttime, it goes down to 64 EU per tick, which I'm not positive what that equals in RF, because I'm too lazy to do the math in my head, as per usual. So yeah, these are coming along pretty good. I've reached a little bit of a roadblock with them, in the sense that I'm out of Iridium. Iridium, of course, I'm making over here using my Lunium. Let's see. I found out you can actually hold down control, and this thing does go a lot faster. People kept yelling at me in the comments, and I just didn't believe them. But it does work. If you hold down control while using the Dark Solarium jetpack, it does go a lot faster. You don't have to sprint. But I'm over here. This is how I'm getting my, what do you call it? Iridium. And yeah, this floating Lunium spits out Iridium every once in a while, and I've currently got up to 55 of it. I'm going to go ahead and take it back to base. There is another way to make Iridium, and I'm talking about a way. Actually, there seems to be about 2 more ways to make Iridium, but I'm going to only go over one here real quick. So I'll show you it in a second. If the world would decide to load in, that would be great. Thank you. And yeah, we've got our Iridium here. So another way to make an Iridium is with the, I think it's called the molecular transformer. So if I were to take some iron ingots, I also want to grab a wither skull. So we're going to grab one of those too. And it costs a lot of power to do this. So I'm not sure if it's an efficient way to do it, but it is a quick way to get some Iridium. So in here, the molecular transformer, we built this in a few episodes back, but if you click on recipes here, you could take a wither skull, put it in here, and you could make a nether star. Unfortunately, it does take 2,500 million RF to do it, or EU. And I'm not sure what that equals in RF, but it's a ton. It's like 4 times, right? So if I put that in there, I'm going to waste a bunch of energy to turn this into a wither star. Now that seems like a pretty good exchange to me, but if our goal is to fill up the energy orb, then maybe it's not a great way to do this. Let's see here. You could put iron in here too, and for 9 million EU, it will make Iridium. And it does it pretty fast because I have a ton of energy stored up. I bet you if we went out and looked in the energy orb now, we'd probably be much lower on power, because this is definitely a power sink. So yeah, I'm gonna pull this out real quick when it's done, and I'm gonna put that in, and we're gonna go check the orb real quick. I haven't actually done this, so I used up 2,500 million EU, which equals a butt ton of RF. No, it's not bad. It doesn't seem to be hurting it too much. It's definitely going down, but yeah, maybe it's just a drop in the bucket to say. So that is cool. I found out each one of those solar panels, come here, you. each one of those ultimate hybrid solar panels, jeez, ah, I totally just knocked that light bulb down into the oblivion and then said the word juice. I don't know why. I think I'm losing my mind. But each one of these solar panels takes exactly one stack of iridium ore. So what I can do is use the molecular transformer in a pinch, but it is going to drain a lot of my power. So I think I'm eventually going to do that. I'm just going to give in and use the power that I'm making to make stuff. I mean, what's the point in having a large power reserve if you can't use it for something? Plus, it seems to be a good way to make nether stars, although expensive. Yeah. So, also, in the last episode, we made the reinforced watering can, which is running our magical crops over there. We are trying to get as many magical crops as we can before Monkey Puzzle is able to upgrade the server and thereby killing magical crops. In the next update, we will not have magical crops anymore. And if you guys look in here, look at this. I've got a ton of magical crop ore in here. I've actually gone about, because I wasn't positive when Monkey Puzzle was going to switch over the server, but you can see my yellowite is at 4,500, and it was actually at a lot more, but I went and I turned it all into ore. So I've got 16k yellowite ore. I'm not sure how long that's going to last me, but, you know, until the meantime, I can just keep turning this into yellowite, and when eventually Monkey Puzzle does switch us to the new version of Resonant Rise, we will just have a large storehouse of yellowite here. We also have a ton of gold essence, which we could turn into gold ore. I don't really necessarily need that, but another thing we might want to do is use this essence of the wither and make ourselves a bunch of skulls. Apparently we can make magical bottles with it too. I don't really care about that, so I'm fine with just using it to make wither skulls. Look at that, got 3. Look at all that. That's actually obscene. I can see why they're removing magical crops. I don't think it's for any balance reason, but it is definitely an unbalanced mod. Look at that. There's no way you should be able to have that many wither skulls. But you could leave a grinder on and kind of get the same effect. Let's see. I'm looking for my wither skulls here just to see how many I have at the moment. I've got 1,746 wither skulls. That, you know, if we made ourselves a wither skull, a nether star generator, we could actually generate a lot of power for our energy ball up there, but that'll be another time. So yeah, guys, I'm tired of making those solar panels by hand. What I would like to do is start getting into applied energistics to autocrafting. So I think in order to get into it, the first thing we got to do is make a crafting CPU. So let's type in CPU and see what we get. That is not it. Look at that. Open Computers has CPUs. Look at that. Anyway, let's type in crafting. You know what we should do? We should just pull up the whole mod. I think that's going to be the quickest way because I don't know the names of things sometimes, and I can just hear you guys yelling at the screen. So let's make, first thing we need to do is make a storage, which I think is like the brain of the thing. That's basically a 64K storage component, and I want the 64K because it's the biggest, and then a crafting unit, which are these. So I'm going to make, I don't know how many of these I'm going to make. Hopefully I've got the processors for it, but let's make a good amount. Can I, oh, I don't know where I just put that stuff. What did I just do? I moved my mouse wheel and it went away. I wonder if I didn't make it, because I don't see it here. I think I just negated that crafting. So anyway, let's do that again. Let's just make a stack. Who cares? There we go. A stack of them. Oh, there they are. They disappeared. All right, we made too damn many, but there you go. What you gonna do when to come for you? All right, so I'm thinking I at least want like a bunch of these. So let's see how many of these we can make. I'm thinking each little CPU is gonna have 2 of these 64K crafting storages, so it can do quite a bit. So it can do a complicated recipe. So that'll be 2 of them. So let's just stop it right there. And then I'm going to make a bunch of these crafting coprocessors. And my understanding of these is it allows your ME interfaces to your, wait, not your ME interfaces. What is this thing called? Your molecular assembler to handle more recipes at once if you have these little ME interfaces around it. So that's my understanding of it. It's not the best, but it's something. But let's go ahead and try and make one of these. I'm not sure the exact shape I want to make, but I'm going to grab 16 or 17 for now. And I'm going to have to grab a bunch of dense cable. Let's see. I've got 107 dense cable. What would be a good... Let's just grab some of this dye essence here, and let's see what that is. That's light gray. That's not a great color. What does that one do? What about that one? I'm trying to see what color I can get here. Oh, let's use this one. Cyan. So I think I can just dye this stuff. Oh, god dang it. I just threw it into the machine. Come here, you. Let's grab that dense energy cable again, and we're going to give it a dye job. Here. We're going to make its hair all pretty. So I think it's as simple as this. We do that, yeah, and it gives us cyan energy cable. Very good. All right, I think 24 is going to do us for now. So let's go down here to our ME controller and see if I've got the brains to figure this out. So I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to have 32 channels come out this way. And you may have noticed, if you look right here, I put these anchor, what are these called? They're right here. These cable anchors on this one so they wouldn't connect. Plus, I think that they're colored, so that might also not make them connect. I just didn't want to take the chance. So over here, in this area, I'm going to have this go down. Actually, we could probably just have it on the top like that. So I think what I have to do is make this into a cube. And I'm going to start with 2 of these. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. And then I think the rest of them are going to be coprocessors so that it can handle a bunch all at once. So if I just do that, see, that worked. I think you can only make these into rhombus or rectangle-like shapes. If I wanted to go crazy, I could fill in this side too. Heck, let's go crazy. Why not? There we go. So we've got a pretty big processor there. It should be able to handle a lot of computations and whatnot. So I'm going to put that right there and put that there. And I think that'll only eat up 1 channel. I'm not positive, but while we're at it, let's go ahead and make the other one. And we're going to put it right next to it. Oh, I need a bunch more of these crafting coprocessor units. So we'll do this. Yeah. Co-processor. Oh, it doesn't want no space. Co-pro. What is this called? I thought it was called a co-pro. Oh, it's got a dash in it. A dash co-pro. Alright, make. Get to the making. There, I made 64. Goodness gracious. I probably just ate up all of my resources doing that, but hey, what are we gonna do? Okay, so if we eyeball this, we can do that. And we'll do like we did with the other one. It might be neat to put one of those little crafting monitors in these so we can see what is actually being made. But I don't really care. This is kind of my basement area, so I don't really care, if that makes any sense. Now, I think each one of these processing things only takes 1 channel, so I probably didn't need to bring all of this dense cable over, but dang if it doesn't look cool. And plus, what I want to do with each dense cable, and I really should have run, I think what I want to do is maybe run it out of here, because over here I think I want to put the assembler. Or I could just use the same cable here. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem, but I think I want a bunch of channels to come out of it. So, yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to pause the video right here, and I'm going to reposition all of these cables into something I like better. Okay guys, we are back, and I've got the cable down here now, but what that's going to allow me to do is run a cable right here and go all the way down this way, and I'm going to set up my molecular assemblers here, and I want to kind of do it in a funky pattern that is cool, but we'll see how we can do here. Let's see how many we can make starting off, because I think I used up a lot of my resources making these crafting co-processing units like an idiot. So what am I trying to make? I'm trying to make molecular assemblers, which are these guys. So I know I made a bunch of formation cores and annihilation cores before, so let's see how many of those we can make. Apparently I can make 64. I shouldn't have done that many. One of these days I'm gonna do this right. Let's see here. I also need ME interfaces. I mean, you may as well use your materials. If you've got a ton of materials, you may as well use them. Let's make a bunch of those. Okay, I've made 64 of those, and I set off some fireworks in the house. That's very unsafe. So, I'm thinking, much in the same vein as these are set up, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something like a little bit of a crosshatch pattern, like that. I think that'll be good. And then I'm going to do this. Now, this could be a terrible idea, but I think what this will do is allow this ME interface to service the various molecular assemblers right next to it. And we can actually go up with it, too. So each molecular assembler should be able to service multiple, I'm saying this all wrong. Each ME interface should be able to service multiple server crashes, like that. All right, guys, I'll be right back as soon as stuff stops sucking. Okay, guys, we are back, and let's see. So each one of these rows has about 10, has exactly 10 ME interfaces or molecular assemblers in them. So 3 rows of them would equal 30. Now, if these guys, these co-processing units, only take 2 channels, what I should be able to do is just run this over here. And there we go. I think we got them all on. So I think these are all working now. And I'm not going to put the stuff in here manually, although I could because everything is accessible. But what I want to do is make those other extra interfaces to do the stuff. Now, I'm not sure if it's actually... Oh, yeah, it definitely is. Look at that. So it doesn't look like it's running down here. I can't tell. I wonder if I need to run an extra cable. We'll give this a try here in a second. I'm seeing 30 channels come out of this. But then when it hits here, I'm not sure. So let's actually break that real quick. And let's reset it back. Maybe I don't really understand how these cables work very well. But maybe it seems like something's going wrong here. So I might need to run another set of cables over here just for this guy. I'm thinking that's going to be the case. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm not trusting my own brain here. I don't think it's going to work. So let's get another color of cables. Just to be pretty, I guess. What would be a good color? We've done blue, we've done cyan. How about like yellow? Yellow. We've got a bunch of dandelion yellow. That'll be fine. Let me actually put that there. X this out. Put it back. And let's get some dense cables. I think this will work. Here are the dense cables. No, that's hardened flux dust. Is this really all the cables? Oh, here's some. Never mind. Found some more. So we're gonna put these. We probably don't need too much, but let's go ahead and make a bunch. All right, 64. I made 64. What is wrong with me? Today is the day of 64s. Okay. Laying cable. Ah! Come on, jetpack. My jetpack is messing with me right now. All right. There we go. That way it doesn't connect to that. And hopefully, I'm not an expert at this, guys. So if you guys know exactly how to hook this stuff up, I'm trying to run 30 cables over here. 30 channels, I mean. And I don't see anything. That's acting like it's only doing 2 channels. So if I did that, would that change anything? That did open up more cables. I wonder if I need to... I'm going to get some smart cables. That's not what I was trying to do. I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to have to do some more research. I thought I could just hook up one cable to this and it would shoot throughout, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I'm wondering if I need to hook up the back of this in such a way that each one is touching. And if that's the case, I'm only going to do 1 line of these as opposed to the 2 that I have. Yeah, that might be doing more, I think. So if we put that and that there, I can already hear the comments coming in. Why is this anchor cable not going on the thing? I do not know. All right, we've got some of them hooked up. I think. All right, we're just going to do this real quick and see if that brings any more. All right, let's check out the cable. I don't see anything else being lit up. It's almost like these cables aren't connected to anything. So, I'm not sure. Maybe the molecular assemblers don't take a channel? And maybe I'm seeing a lot of cables there. I'm seeing something going that way. I'm not sure. I swore I had this figured out, and then I lied to you guys, and I don't. So, meh. We got some of them hooked up. We're gonna figure this out later. Not do it on camera. I swear, ME is as soon as I think I got it figured out, I totally don't. But anyway, one thing I need to do, I think, is make a pattern cable or a pattern terminal. Let's just pull up all the terminals. There's a couple of terminals I need to make. One of them being a pattern terminal, which is that. All right, let's do it in the ME system. I think that has 2 T's in it, doesn't it? It does. Pattern. Oh, let's type in terminal. That's what we were trying to do. Beautiful. All right. All right, so here's the ME interface terminal. I think I'm going to need it as well, so we may as well make this creep. So we're going to throw a bunch of these in there because I don't want to ever make them again. So I want the ME crafting terminal. Can we just make this? What could we be missing? I think we're just missing a regular terminal. Oh, am I out of annihilation cores? I think I finally used them all up. Very cool. How many can I make? 64. It is the day of 64s, so I say why not? Alright, so we got the ME interface thingy. Is this right? Let's just make it. Let's make it and see. There we go. Alright, so we've got the ME interface terminal, and the next one I want is the pattern terminal, which hopefully kind of just pops in. There we go. I think we've got all the terminals we need. Now, I'm thinking just to make this all nice and copacetic, I'm going to have to knock out some walls here. Now, hopefully I don't screw up the system by setting these cables up, but I think I can run this smart cable. Let's go ahead and... Ooh. I can't get at my items because I put the thing down. Let's very quickly... which one is this one? Here's the crafting... How do I have 2 of these? I don't know. I don't know. Let's just do this real quick. And let's see here. I need... I've already forgotten what I need. I need smart cables. The smarter the better. Because I am not smart. As you guys can tell. Alright, so we broke that. Put it back. So we're going to put that there. That there. And that there. It's probably not the best cable job. Because I see some loops in it. But it might be fine. Alright, so I think that might be fine. Let's get rid of these and see if that even works. I totally just broke something back there. Yep, I definitely broke an export bus. Probably to my trash can. So let's set up the crafting terminal here. Let's set up the pattern terminal right there. What? I swear, this game. Alright. Pattern terminal. This is the ME interface. Who cares? Put that there. And where did it go? Where did you go? There it is. God! Why did it do that? I swear, my patience goes just absolutely nowhere when playing with applied energistics. Alright, so I think we got everything now. Let's go ahead and put this faux thing right there. That looks good. We'll clean this up later. But I can get at all my stuff. Everything is still powered back here, which is good. In here, we can now access all 15 of our molecular assemblers. So, yeah, so we made 30 of them. They are all available. Look at that. 13 molecular assemblers are available to us. So I did set it up right down there. I just didn't understand what I was doing. And I didn't understand the lines coming out of the cable. So if we wanted to... Let's see here. Pattern. Let's see. Okay, first things first. Let's look at the recipe for the solar panels, because the whole thing is to make these solar panels without actually having to do anything. So solar panel. No, that's that. You come here. Advanced solar array, solar panel. Okay. So in order to construct a generator, you need this, this, and this. First thing you need is that. So let's go ahead and start making some stuff here. I actually want to use the molecular assembler. Do I? I don't think I do. But let's say I wanted to use this one. Boom. And apparently it's using that one. So let's make a fresh forge hammer over here. Forge hammer. They're all broken. So let's make a fresh one. And let's actually put the recipe for a forge hammer in here. And let's use... Yeah, let's use... Ah! I'm getting all turned around. My brain can only handle so much information. Alright, we're trying to make this one. But first we need the pattern thing. I think we need like a blank pattern. Alright, let's make that now. Blank pattern, perfect. Alright, hopefully I can make a stack of these. I can make 2. What could I possibly be out of? This quartz glass. Let's make a stack of that. There we go, stack of that. Now, where did all my items go? There they are. Okay, so back to this. Let's go here and make the pattern before we go insane. Alright, so this is set to crafting. I put my blank pattern in here. I have a recipe set for a forge hammer. I then click the encode pattern, and I should have it. Very good. And then using this one, I should be able to then put this pattern in a molecular assembler. And there it is. Okay, cool. So now, if I open this, and I type in forge hammer, I should be able to craft them. Let's make 100. And coprocessors not available. Crafting CPU. Wow, look at this. It says storage not available and coprocessors not available. But I can craft it, and it's starting. It's starting to make 100 forge hammers. So I guess the next thing I need to make is those snippers. But let's look at the solar recipe, and that'll tell us what we need to make. I don't care about making this way because I have tons of resources. So what we're trying to do is make this, and that requires a forge hammer and a tin plate. Now we actually, to make a tin plate is like this. Ah, okay. So we can do this. We can type in tin plate, get the recipe for it, do that, and put our thing in there, and hit it, and there we go. There's the pattern for that, and we can now stick that in here. So we're 2 steps closer to making a ultimate hybrid solar panel. Now there's going to be, I think there's literally going to be probably close to 100 steps of crafting patterns we're going to have to make to get all the way there. I'm going to do that off camera. And yeah, we'll get back to it later, guys. Thank you very much for tolerating me playing with applied energistics. I know it's not my strong suit, and I know I get confused by it easily, but thank you. Thank you for watching. And until next time, guys, we'll see you all real soon. Bye!